No, it's video 23 and it's series 3 and it's for all global professional football managers around the world. It's simply to give you a different way of thinking, a different way of being, a different way of feeling and a wider perspective. Why am I doing it? I'm doing it because I can. This one excites me. This sums my life up for 40 years. And it's called Don't Kill the Daydream, because one thing that you're responsible for is the energy that you bring to that club. You can never be negative. Even in the darkest hour, you have to remain positive. You have to remain in that vibration and frequency. But you need to understand your neurology to be able to maintain that. You have to go way back to your childhood when you were 3, 4, 5 and 6. You dress up as Superman, or you would, my granddaughter gives me a teapot and saucer and cup and tells me there's tea in it. It's where the part of the brain that you're accessing. It's a deep hypnotic state called theta. Alpha is the daydream state. It's the most relaxed part of the brain. And I just decided never to stop putting the colour and ink crayons down. I realised very quickly that people would always have an opinion, and there were critics out there, and you were always being signposted to be seen what's going wrong. We never ever celebrated our success in our life. But you have to be that strong leader that you can map out your 5, 10 years right up to the end of life. And you have to connect with every 5 year you're being. Remember 22 about heightening your senses? You need to be able to heighten your senses as if you're going into a 360 IMAX cinema. Sealing every wall. You have to connect to everything that you want to achieve in your life. And you have to believe that your life is going to be a masterpiece. But unfortunately, your job is to go into the club and not just consistently live in this daydream state and tell yourself that this is what you're going to do with your life. You then have to start spreading that news to every single person that's associated to the football club. Then when you're getting interviewed, you have to then spread it to the wider world. Then you have to become an inspiration, just like Sir Alex did, Muhammad Ali did. What did they do? They shared their story. They shared their daydream. And that is your job. Your job is to believe with every 5 year of being. Remember putting your hand in your heart. I'm putting my hand in my heart because I believe in you. You have the same neurology as me, and I can develop you in how to use that neurology. And then you can start doing things like this. Non-runner to Everest Marathon, hardest marathon in the world. Climbing up a hill for 100 or a mountain for 153 times in a row. The only reason that stopped was because they shut me down with COVID. But the concept of everything that you portray in here, you have to express it, but you have to live in a frequency of never being negative, always being positive and being that person who's expressing that energy power around every single person that you ever meet. But you have got a real advantage because you get media exposure. And if you're sitting in front of that camera, your daydream is expressed to yourself, your daydream is expressed to everybody in the club, and then you're expressing yourself to the world. Even in the darkest hour, because you never stop believing and you never stop. You'll never give up in your daydream. Never. Nobody will ever shut that down because you will keep it alive. It'll be like an Olympic flame because you believe. That's video 23. Changing how you think, changing how you feel by maintaining the frequency and vibration